Hey everybody, it's William P. Brown coming to you live from New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. We're here in the lab at my home, and I wanted to do a general update video. So it's been a crazy year so far. I can't believe it's already middle of February. But yeah, it's been very busy. I got the mushroom facility going over here in New Cumberland. This is kind of a temporary facility. I want to use it for experiments, but I need it to cultivate for market right now just to help provide a little bit of extra income for my family. Not much right now, but it'll expand. Uh, but I got that going over there, and then we're working on the main facility over in Lemoyne, which is pretty much ready to rock and roll. Just pasteurizing some stuff outside right now, and then we're going to be bringing it in, getting the mycelium running here in the lab, and then we're going to be filling up that room. That room can handle 200 bags, so I'll be able to manage enough harvest for all of my obligations to the restaurants and things like that, and market. So we're going to be on the menu at the Garlic Poet next month. That's a restaurant over here in New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. And we're going to continue to provide our mushrooms over at the Broad Street Market at the Radish and Rye Food Hub. So that's going to be a really awesome year, being able to provide lots of mushrooms to the local area, be able to provide for my family. So aside from that, I've just been doing lots of research into the whole systems design and designing my life into whole systems, designing my mushroom business into whole systems. Um, so if you haven't seen any of the videos, I've been growing microalgae in my mushroom grows to deal with the carbon, the CO2 that the mushrooms off-put, and actually grow biomass off of that. So I'm growing spirulina, which is a highly nutritious microalgae that can benefit my mushrooms in the grow room. So that's really awesome. But yeah, the main focus of this video, I really wanted to just do a video with all my events that I have coming up. There's some stuff that I really can't talk about just yet, but all the stuff that's solid for sure, I just want to let you guys know so I can get as many people out as I can because it's going to be a really awesome year. So the first thing coming up, it's next weekend. Geez, right now it's Valentine's Day. About to get out and go have some fun with a lady. Um, but yeah, next weekend, next Saturday, February 20th, is the Capital Canna Show over at the Mayflower Hotel in DC. So I'll be vending there with our friends from Good Sense Farm. It's going to be a really fun day, educating the local area, and learning a lot and having fun with a lot of canna friends. So the following day, we'll be back home here in Lemoyne, well, next town over in Lemoyne, doing Mushroom 101 at the Hydroponics of Harrisburg. So that's going to be really fun, just talking about basic mushroom biology and working with some basic techniques that anybody can do with household items to get them growing some mushrooms at home, as well as composting and doing some good things for the environment. So that's really cool, and I'll be bringing mushroom cultures there if anybody's interested in picking some up. Um, Following weekend, Saturday, February 27th, I'll be over in DC again at Wilson High School for the Rooting DC Farming Conference. I'll be teaching, co-hosting, teaching, co-teaching beginner and intermediate mushroom farming and gardening with Good Sense Farm. So teaching about adding mushrooms to your farm, value-added product, and then gardening with mushrooms. It's going to be an indoor thing, so we'll have some models, but it's not going to be as in-depth. Um, but really awesome, and we're going to have lots of material. Um, Following that, super stoked. I'm going to be flying out to Oakland for the 3-day urban myco-permaculture immersion. That's going to be the first weekend of March 4th, 5th, and 6th, teaming up with our friends, Mushroom Maestros. 3 days of mushroom into whole systems design. We're going to be focusing on mushroom cultivation as an introduction into mycology, and then from there, we'll explore the myriad of applications that mushrooms have, all the various things that we could be utilizing mushrooms for to benefit ourselves, benefit our ecology and our community. So that's going to be very fun. I'm really excited to get out there. While I'm out there, I'll be able to link up with Robert Henriksen. He was one of the founders of Earthrise Farm, which was the largest and first spirulina commercial cultivation operation in North America. So I'll be talking with him about the spirulina because we're going to be trying to, we're not going to be trying to, we're going to succeed in implementing some of the first spirulina microfarms in Pennsylvania. Not some of the first, the first. So that's going to be really cool. Whenever I come back from Oakland at the end of the month of March, Sunday, March 27th, I'll be in DC again. It's going to be a 2-day event, Fungal Fortunes. It's on 26th and 27th, but on the 27th, I'll be there teaching a full day of mushroom cultivation. We'll have access to the facilities at Good Sense Farm. So we'll be going through cloning a mushroom to fruiting a mushroom in a 1-day course. So that's going to be really fun. And then April 1st, that's a Friday, I'll be out in Landisburg, Pennsylvania, and I'll be teaching gardening with mushrooms, linking up with our friends at Greenlight Plants Nursery, our good friend Dale Hendricks, and our friends from Delaware Permaculture. So it's going to be a permaculture-based event, but open to everybody, not so in depth. I'm not going to be using lots of big words or anything like that. It's going to be a great beginner course, just focusing on growing mushrooms outside. We're going to go through the basic mushroom logs and mushroom beds, but I'm going to be focusing on some other techniques that I found out that are a little bit easier to get some mushrooms going in your yard and your garden, and also focus on some techniques that will help grow your plants and mushrooms together. So that's going to be really, really awesome, and I can't wait to link up with our friends from Delaware Permaculture and see Dale Hendricks again. Great, awesome people. Right after that, that first weekend of April, we're going to be beginning the backyard permaculture immersions here in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania at Seppi's Place. You can find out information about that at seppisplace.com. That's SEPPIS place.com. We're going to be teaching about whole systems design. Permaculture is basically design science where we utilize natural systems to create human systems that work a little bit better. So we're going to be teaching about some of the sustainable things that I've been doing at my home, like growing insects for protein and for composting, growing mushrooms, growing plants, harvesting plants, and just bringing it in full cycle. So we'll be growing our own food, collecting water, growing spirulina at home, whole lots of things. And you can find out more information at seppisplace.com. Following that, April 4th through 8th is the first 5-day course that I'll be teaching. It's the Mycosymbiosis 5-day course. I'm really, really excited about that. That's going to be covering everything mushrooms. We're going to be going from cloning mushrooms, culturing mushrooms, all the different types of ways we can be culturing mushrooms, storing your cultures, bringing in wild cultures, growing mushrooms. We'll take you into the facilities. We're going to go through lab build out, facility build out, taking mushrooms to market, different ways you can market your mushrooms, different products. And if we're lucky here, right now, you can see in there, I'm actually fruiting the Polypocladium ophioglossaides. So this is a cordyceps that grows on truffles, and I got that growing in cultivation right now. And if we're really lucky, what I have here will start fruiting, and I'll be able to educate other people on how we can get this fruiting. So this is a Cordyceps militaris. They have this culture of fruiting. Well, not this specific culture, but they have Cordyceps militaris fruiting in Southern Asia. And my friend over in Michigan, Ryan Paul Gates of Terrestrial Fungi, has this same culture that I cultured from a Cordyceps growing in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, fruited out very well. So if everything goes well, I'll be able to educate other people on how we can be fruiting these Cordyceps, which is a highly medicinal mushroom. So yeah, lots of fun at the Mycosymbiosis Intensive. So the first date on that's going to be April 4th through 8th, and 8th, and then the second date on that's going to be the 6th through the 10th. And you can register for that on the website, which you can find on the description below. Following that, we have the next immersion, which is the 3-day immersion. This is the Mycosymbiotics Urban Myco Design Immersions. That's going to be in New Cumberland and Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. It's 3 days going through the lab and the facilities, just an intensive immersion into mushrooms for that full 3 days. Just a condensed version of my 5-day course, or an expanded, or the 5-day course might be an expansion of my 3-day course. Who knows? But you can find out more information about that on the website. And then in August is the second annual Mycosymbiotics Mushroom and Arts Festival. That's going to be on the first weekend of August. That's going to be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. If everything goes right, we're going to be getting a nice camp spot over there next to 1,000 acres of public land, old growth hardwood. It's one of the newest state forests in Pennsylvania, so that'll be really awesome. Lots of foraging. We're going to get a bazaar of local vendors in, lots of music, the whole nine. And if you donate and we raise enough money on the event page, which you can find online if you just search Mycosymbiotics Mushroom and Arts Festival, just look for the second annual one. If we raise enough money, that'll be a free event. So that's going to be super awesome. And as I said, there's a lot of stuff in the wraps that I just can't talk about just yet, but it's going to be a really awesome year, and I might be somewhere near you soon, spreading lots of mushroom love, getting hyphae. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, share it all around. I want to spread all this mushroom knowledge. I want to expand like the mycelium, and I want to propagate and myceliate.